Let's see what we can see. Cricket ground. Not really important. Car coming up. Let them make the decision as to where they want to go. They're going that way. Lovely. Cyclist on a folding bicycle. Very interesting. Nice load of rubbish on the bin there. So just easing up to the old junction, and away we go. So, just out of the old second Jimmy Jabs. You know, got to get 5G now. Lovely. So it's just a case of, what can we see? So, bit of commentary. Pedestrians want to change it. We'll let them go because there's nobody behind us. This one's coming over, but we'll get out in front of that one. Nobody onto the roundabout. Coming straight across. And round we go. So, left turn only at this one. Just see if we can blend in nice. After this white one, we'll have another look. Yes. So, just coming up over the top here. We don't really want to go to Leek. The lights are on. Lights are on red there, so no point rushing up. We'll probably have to stop. So, not going to be doing that waiting about thing. Nice old drip out. Someone's sat like this, just trying to keep an eye on the, you know, any emergency vehicles coming around, that sort of thing. Anybody going to zip up the inside? I'm going to take this left turn. Just watching the car on the right hand side, make sure it doesn't want to. Left shoulder check, just make sure there's nobody there. And then round we go. So carrying sort of straight on. Just anticipate those lights changing then. So again, we're going to stop on this one. So we've just got here. Let's get into neutral and give it a bit of a relax. Just checking the cars, who's coming round, anticipate when these lights are going to change. Just watching what's coming up behind. We stopped, they went, it's probably us going to be next. There we go. Wait for the green and off. Quick mirror check, make sure there's nobody sneaking up behind. And away. Guards turning left, he'll be gone by the time we get there. Oncoming vehicles parked on the side of the road, bit of pedestrians coming down. Car sneaking out on the right hand side. More pedestrians. Another car on the right hand side. Has it seen us? Have we seen it? What's going to happen next? It might make a bit of a break for it, but we've got both those corners covered, and off we go. Parked cars on the left, let's give them at least a door's width clearance. And looking all the way up that road, look, we can see traffic lights, you've got pedestrians, we've got a bit of a city traffic here. We've got this van looking like he wants to pull out on the right hand side. So, if the car ahead doesn't let him go, I certainly will. Lady waiting at the bus stop. That means probably going to be a bus behind us. Not going to affect us whatsoever. Just making sure we've got enough distance in between this sort of city traffic and anybody's going to pop out left and right. So give them plenty of space as well. Always looking for pedestrians who look at wanting to cross in between the cars and the traffic, that sort of thing. So we want to head for the M6. So we're going to take this junction on the left, making sure that nobody else is parked where they don't need to be. So it's still on the filter hour for ourselves. Nice KTM shop there, look. now we're back down to 2-lane traffic. M6 we need. There we go. 2 ways now. Bit of a one-way there, back into a 2-way. Always worth knowing which way you're going. Car wash. Might be wet roads on the way out of it. There's not. That's okay. Green traffic lights at the minute. We're going to be turning left. They might be changed by the time we get there, so no point in rushing up to them. Just keep that pace. Expecting them to change. It's a pedestrian crossing, so we're looking good. There's nobody waiting there. Who's coming onto the roundabout? We can just drift in behind this one nicely. No need to indicate there, there's nobody to indicate to. Think bike sign up ahead. Means it's a bit of a bikey type route, might be a few accidents on it. They put those up there just to warn people. Again, pretty quiet all the way down through, just watching the potholes in the road and that sort of stuff. Nobody at the pedestrian crossing. Little girl's just appeared there with a little mate in a buggy. Fence is protecting them from the road. Just watching any reflections in the windows that we can see around these corners. Got the green light there again, pedestrian crossing. Nobody waiting either side, not going to change. Parked car on the right hand side of the road. Road looks wide enough not to interfere with what we need. We're going to head for the M6 still. So just looking at the lane markings there. Just going to try and land in a gap. That white one's going to stop him coming out, so that's good. We can go. Lovely, lovely Burslem. Nice, isn't it? Beautiful. Longport. Another big car sign up ahead. Got the garage, expecting a bit of diesel perhaps on the roundabout, exiting it. Bit of overfill, bit of spillage. Just to keep those things in mind. What's going to happen next? So we're going to go right at this one. And again, just see if we can time it. Anything coming round? No, there's not. This white one's probably going to try and cut me up. Arnold Clark, rent a car. Nobody's coming on. Keeping the indicator off. Now indicate left. Watch that Mercedes sneaking up a bit quick. Into a 50 zone. Now over to the right. Early peak. Down over the side. Blend in. 2 seconds behind the car in front. Near enough. There's our national speed limits. We've got the guy in the trailer. Looks like he wants to give it the beans. Past the taxi. Somebody coming up on my left hand side. Right hand side. That's not going to be a problem. We'll accelerate past them. And then keeping our distance away from the cars as best we can. 2 seconds ahead. Got some brake lights I can see through the car. Just keeping my eye on those, they've gone off. Trailer man's already proven himself that he's cracking on. Wooden trailers used to have a top speed limit of 50. Illegal number plate. Mini's pulling out. People don't realise it's 70 on this dual carriageway. I don't know why that would be. So just maintaining that distance. And looking up ahead, we've got the blue van. Got the oncoming slip. Little check there, nobody's coming on. Not going to affect anybody moving out into our lane. Mini's pulling in again. I'll have to pull out again for the van in a second. So we'll just keep it over here. And give it that space to overtake if it needs to. Okay, it hasn't realised. So I'll just wind on past it. You can fall in behind. Bit of debris on the road there, avoid that. A few people turning off. That means there might be a few people coming back on again. Nobody behind. So I'm just staying in this lane. Not upsetting anybody. I've got a better view around this left-hand corner. I'm also anticipating people coming on onto the dual carriageway. Saves 2 manoeuvres and also gives me that better view around this corner. There's the vehicles coming on. Nobody else is coming back. That little blue car there came shooting on in front of the red one, so he's probably going to look for an overtake any second. Little whatever it is, sporty Skoda thing. Look, he's going to try and pull out in front of me in a minute. There he goes. So just rolling off, give him the distance, and he'll be right at the back end of that other car in front of him in a second as well. Car on the inside lane, staying put. Everybody else is going to go around the outside of him. That's no worries. Again, staying in this lane. We're not holding anybody up behind us. We can't carry on in front of us. It gives us that early view along this line. Mr. Blue Car is waiting for Mr. Silver Car now to pull in so we can release him and so we can accelerate, you know, like the wind. Watch. His foot to the floor now. He's trying to go as fast as he can. Poor little cherub. But I'm sure he'll be fine. Again, not holding anybody up. Happy to stay in this lane for a minute. We'll see if Mr. Skoda moves in for us. But again, I doubt it. Got the turning off to the left. Looks like it's just a junction. There might be one coming back on from there. We all seem to be fairly well sat in this lane. But again, there's our on slip. Staying in this lane. A bit of a glance over to the left there. Nobody's coming down. It's not going to affect anything. But we're out of the way of any problems. Got a van on the inside lane up ahead. Car's just pulling out to overtake that one, so that's obviously going a little bit slower. We'll be catching that up in a minute. If I do move to the inside lane at the minute, we'll just have to move back out again in a second. I can't go past this Skoda. And it looks like we've got a big roundabout coming up. Anyway, so then we'll see what the Skoda chap does. Okay, so Silver Car's moved up in front of the Skoda. Everybody else has moved to lane 2. We'll pick a better lane for when we arrive at the roundabout. Just watching the anybody pulling out of this lay-by. Early view of the brake lights tells us the lights are on red. I expect they've just gone to green. Watching, keeping out of the way of those on the outside. And as we just roll into the lights, making sure they're not going to change. What's around the corner? Nobody. Keep your eye on the van. On the inside, nobody's there. Through the middle of these two, bit of a car blocked in the way. We'll just sneak past that one. And then round the outside of these, using our lane to help our progress. No point whizzing past on the hatchings. We're not going to get any further up the road, so just bring it back in nice and steady. Everybody's a winner. We've no idea why these are putting their brakes on. There's absolutely no need to. So just roll off the throttle slightly and you'll be fine. Maintaining that 2-second gap now that we've got there. Nod to the biker. Got one back. Nice. We could whiz past there, but we got the corner coming up. We got looks like Herbie up ahead of us. Herbie the Beetle. But plenty of oncoming vehicles. Just balancing this sort of progress with restraint. You know, what's the is there going to actually be any point in whizzing past? Doing sort of 55ish. More than happy to stay at this pace at the minute. Volvo's got his brakes on. He's obviously a bit too close to the car in front. Just a bit of comfort braking for himself. There's Herbie again, got the inside view. Is there going to be an opportunity to put some overtakes in? We've got the inside view. We'll just have a little sneak on the outside. We've got some vehicles coming down. So, not really. It's not going to be much advantage, and that perception of bikers isn't going to be too good if we do that. Quite a few bikes coming through. They all seem to be enjoying themselves. So, two-way traffic sign, looking right up there. I've got that blue lorry. He's on and out of the way of the roundabout. That's not a problem at all. I've got the big chevrons for the roundabout. Got the roundabout sign. We're just going to start rolling off the throttle a bit to control what's in front of us by the time we get to this roundabout. Have we got a nice cross view? What's coming on? What's going off? Herbie's in the left-hand lane. Looks like there's 2 lanes on to this roundabout. We're going to go left. So left-hand lane's empty. Just going to get there as nobody else is. Nobody's coming round. White car, black car, they're all out the way. Don't put myself on the inside of the Skoda. Look at his wheels, he's gone. Inside view, nobody there. There we go. Brake lights coming on the car ahead of this one. What have they seen? Big lorry and that lay-by there on the right hand side. So no overtakes are on at the minute, even if that car wasn't there. That lorry might pull out. Once we've cleared this lay-by, the roundabout's coming up. No overtakes on. Might have been if there's less cars, but as we're on the approach this roundabout now, we'll just back it off again. No indication from the car. He's coming in, going off. Looking, nothing coming round. And off we go. So, nice little jaunt. Nothing too serious. Just a little chat about what we're looking at and what we're thinking about when we're riding the bike. Have a nice time.